Hello and welcome once again. Today we will understand chapter 5 Indigo, written by Louis Fisher. Let's read about the author. Louis Fisher was born in Philadelphia. He served as a volunteer in the British Army between 1918 and 1920. He made a career as a journalist and wrote for the New York Times, the Saturday Review, and for European and Asian publications. He was also a member of the faculty at Princeton University. The following is an excerpt from his book, The Life of Mahatma Gandhi. The book has been reviewed as one of the best books ever written on Gandhiji by Times Educational Supplement. Let's begin the chapter. Let us see the summary of the chapter. Louis Fisher met Gandhiji in 1942 at his ashram in Sevagram. Gandhiji said that he would tell him about his struggle against the British in the year 1917. Gandhiji had gone to the annual convention of the Indian National Congress in Lucknow, where Rajkumar Shukla, a peasant from Champaran, met Gandhiji. He discussed about the bad condition of the sharecroppers in Bihar. He was illiterate, but he was determined. Gandhiji had not heard about Champaran before. Champaran was in the foothills of the towering Himalayas near the kingdom of Nepal. Gandhiji went to Champaran with him and first he visited Dr. Prasad house in Patna. But he was not treated well by his servants and even not allowed to draw water from the well, as they thought that he was also an untouchable. After this incident, Gandhiji decided to go to Muzaffarpur to collect more information about the plinth of the sharecroppers. He sent a telegram to Professor Kripalani. Gandhiji's acquaintance with Professor Kripalani had started when they were together in Tagore's Shantiniketan school. Kripalani was waiting with a large number of students for Gandhiji to arrive. Gandhiji stayed with Professor Malkani for 2 days and appreciated him for being courageous enough to harbor a person like him who was fighting for the country's freedom in spite of being a government official. The news of Gandhiji's mission spread rapidly. He came to know that the lawyers were charging a fees from the farmers. He advised them against taking their cases to the law court, as he felt that all that was needed was to make them feel liberated from fear. The Champaran peasants were sharecroppers. Most of the arable land was divided into large estates owned by British and worked by Indian tenant farmers. Indigo was the main commercial crop of the area, as the landlords forced all the tenants to grow indigo on 15% of their land and surrender the entire crop as rent. When the landlords learned that synthetic indigo had been developed by the Germans, they asked the tenants or farmers to pay them compensation for releasing them from 15% arrangement that they had signed. This brought misery to the patients and they wanted Gandhiji to help them. He surveyed before taking any vital step in order to get those peasants justice. Many lawyers and farmers groups came in large numbers to support him. Lawyers of Muzaffarpur met him. They explained that they were frequently fighting court cases for farmers. They also told him about their fees taken from peasants. He scolded the lawyers for collecting big fees from the sharecroppers. They were frightened, so, courts were not useful for sharecroppers. The real solution was to make them free of fear. Gandhiji started his work by trying to obtain truth. He met secretary of British Landlords Association, but the secretary refused to give any information. After that, Gandhiji met Commissioner of Trihut Division. He advised Gandhiji to immediately leave Trihut. He didn't leave Trihut. He went to the capital of Champaran district, Motihari. There, the large crowd had come to welcome Gandhiji. A report came to him that a peasant had been beaten in a village. When he was going to the village, messenger of police came to him and ordered him to return to Motihari and asked Gandhiji to leave Champaran district immediately. But Gandhiji wrote on the copy of the order that he would not obey the order. As a result of disobeying, Gandhiji was summoned to come to the court. A case was filed against him. Many lawyers came to advise him, but when he stressed, they all joined his struggle and even consented to go to jail. On the day of trial, a large crowd gathered near the court. It became impossible to handle them. Gandhiji helped the officers to control the crowd. Gandhiji gave his statement that he was not a lawbreaker, but he disobeyed so that he could help the peasants. He was granted bail and the case against him was dropped. They started gathering all sorts of information related to the Indigo contract and its misuse. The commission was set up to look into the matter. After the inquiry was conducted, the planters were found guilty and were asked to pay back to the peasants. Expecting refusal, they offered to pay only 25% of the amount. Gandhiji accepted this too because he wanted to free the sharecroppers from this contract. Events had proven Gandhiji's position. The properties were returned back to the farmers. Indigo farming came to an end. Gandhiji wanted to do something to remove the backwardness in the villages of Champaran. He opened 6 schools, and volunteers like Mohan Dev Desai, Narihar Parikh, and his son Devdas taught them. Kasturba, the wife of Gandhiji, used to teach personal hygiene. Later on, with the help of a volunteer doctor, he provided medical facilities to the natives of Champaran, thus making their life a bit better. A peacemaker Andrews wanted to volunteer at ashram. Gandhiji told the writer that it was this incident that made him think that he did not need the Britishers' advice while he was in his own country. Rajendra Prasad proudly comments that Gandhiji had successfully taught everyone a lesson in self reliance. I hope you have understood this topic well. Be happy, be safe. See you again with a new topic in the next video. Thank you.